Alright, so y'all asking yourselves, holy crap, there's a lot of all-star cards. Now I'm going to bless y'all up and show you guys from 1 to 30 every single TA card, all-star card, aka all-star face of the franchise, whatever the fucking his name it is. It's right in my face. Leading off as the absolute worst card out of all of them, I don't know why anyone else would pick this card, is Luis Arias. Now you may be asking yourself, oh, he has pretty good contact. You're a first baseman, bro. Where's your power? He's not even fast, so you can't even play him in the middle infield. Next, 29, we got Shane McClanahan, the most generic pitch mix I have ever seen. Yes, he has good control and break, but we're talking about the most basic pitches. Some may argue that BEDNAR should be the worst one, but because he has 118 hits per nine, that's the only reason why he's going to be above those other two. Otherwise, just run away from these three cards. 27, we got Rodon, aka Conquest Queen. Wing? Conquest, oh my god, Conquest King, and that's all he's good for. Generic pitches, readable motion. We got 26, we got Gosselin. He has okay motion, but everything else is pretty shit. Don't worry guys, it's not the 99 Verlander from last year. This Verlander is not that good. His control is pretty good though, but no outlier, and his motion isn't as overpowered, and his case per nine sucks, so foul ball galore. Easily the most disappointing card in this entire set is OHTANI. There's nothing good about him on this card, and the only reason why he's this high is because he can't hit, and then the worst part about it is he can't hit lefty. 23, we got Benintendi. Now before in the last ranking we had Benintendi as the absolute worst, but now they gave him some power, so now he's well-rounded. When he gets his 99, pretty much can be a lefty Clemente. Edwin Diaz at 22. I think this is a little bit high for him, but I'm just gonna give him the benefit of the doubt because of his per nines, and he has 99 break on his slider. 21, we got Blackburn. The only reason why he's this high is because he has great pitches, the sinker, cutter, circle change. Only downside is that his sinker is not that good. It only has 80 break, and his 99 break comes from his curveball, which is his worst pitch. His hits per nine is pretty ass too. Joe Multiply, aka the Multiplier. I like him only for the fact he has 99 everything on his sinker, and he's a lefty out of the bullpen. Very valuable card to have on your team. If you enjoy this type of content, leave a comment down below and subscribe to the channel for more rankings and MLB The Show related content. Another card that's highly disappointing is Juan Soto, and pretty much is because he has 77 contact versus lefties. If you're an all-star, then it's not a big deal, but like every other difficulty, it's pretty unusable considering you have Randy. I personally like CJ Cron a lot, but to be fair to everyone, we're going to leave this at 18. He has great power, reverse splits with his contact, and he plays outfield if you ever dare to put 36 speed in the outfield. We got Martin Perez, and I think that he's going to be very underrated. The only issue I have with him is that his curveball, being his last pitch, kind of sucks. I wish they gave him a slider instead. Kind of wish he had a little more hits per nine, but I think it's doable. Coming in at 16, the middle of the pack is Alejandro Kirk. He would be actually a lot higher if he didn't have 16 speed. Well-rounded, he has more contact, his same hand in his side, which you really want out of your right-handed bats. Everything else is just pretty much average. This might surprise a lot of people, but I actually have Tim Anderson at 15, and mostly because he can hit lefties. Just because they have all these righties in the game, you need guys to hit Randy, and this is a great utility guy to have off the bench in case you want to have a defensive replacement or platoon at second base with another card I'm gonna have higher on the list. Number 14, we got Gregory Soto. Unlike his card last year, his circle changeup is actually viable this year, and he has really good stats on his sinker with outlier, mind you, because I'm pretty sure last year was like 50, like on his like control and shit. This is a very underrated card, but I think Goldschmidt's really good. He has 91 power against righties, and his stats against lefties is good enough. So if you wanted to use someone that's not named Frank Thomas, because you know his swing sucks, and Goldschmidt's a very good replacement for him. The best bench bat out of everyone in this entire program, JD Martinez, 100%. You can't go wrong with the contact. He has good enough power. Give him a couple parallels. He has 90 both sides. Defense is actually pretty viable. It's kind of sad he has more defense than Jordan. Manny's very interesting at 11. He has actually the reverse splits you would actually want out of a card, where the same handedness, he has more contact but less power, but his strong side, he has more power than contact. This card reminds me a lot of the 95 Simeon from last year, the monthly card, with how his splits are distributed. This may shock a lot of people, but at number 10, I got Andres Gimenez. And now I know I said before that Randy's still meta, but the fact that you have a whole bunch of righties from this program makes Gimenez valuable against righties. And the fact is that it's more valuable to have contact versus your opposite hand than it is to have power, if that makes sense. And because Gimenez is 5'11", most shorter players in the game have quicker swings. So even if they try to throw that fastball inside, you still turn on it. And with 68 power, it's doable. You might line up, so you may have to play at max elevation. But other than that, I just think that he's a faster Chase Utley, and he's pretty much the best second baseman in this entire game up to this point, besides Jackie, but you get the point. Now, if you're an all-star demon that just only plays all-star, Aaron Judge is the best card in this program. 100%. The most amount of power. He has a good swing. The only thing that a lot of people don't like is obviously he's 6'7", and he plays center field, so his slow speed, you have to move into right field. So now he has like 87 defense, I believe. So you need to get him like P3, P4 to get diamond defense on the corners. But other than that, I think that Judge is a monster on All-Star. On Hall of Fame though, having 57 vision and 78 contact versus lefty is gonna be tough. Unless you're built different like that, which I certainly am not. Just ahead of Harper. Just ahead of Judge, we got Bryce Harper. And now I just say a lot of the times with lefty, the fact that Harper historically always has a great swing and he has good enough contact. The issue he had last year was the fact that his lefty stats suck. Now this is very valuable, and his speed is actually really good. So parallel 2, get him goal defense, high arm strength. This is a very good card to use in right field. Easily the best reliever in this program. You gotta have Jorge Lopez. He has 97 control on the sinker, 95 break on the sinker. His circle changeup has over 90. The only thing that's his downside is that, obviously he's a reliever, so you can't use him as much. His case rides suck, but you can't ask for much more out of a reliever. Easily the best catcher in this program. We got Wilson Contreras, who just absolutely crushes against lefties. Great defense, great arm, and surprisingly he has 65 speed as a catcher. You can actually play him in left field if you really wanted to. You get him to 70 speed at parallel 5, and honestly, like, if he had a little bit better stats against righties, he would be the best card in this program. Cracking the top 5, surprisingly, is Luis Castillo. Now, I always have a massive gripe with pitchers that have only 4 pitches as a starting pitcher. All your sequences is completely different. But Castillo is literally Yuri Perez 2.0. And he has a lot higher hits per nine, and his control is so much better. Very underrated card, and I think a lot of people are going to sleep on him. J-Rod gets a lot of crap in this program once his stats first came out, but he's probably like the best outfielder in this whole program. Well, not outfield, but position player. It's arguable. But the reason why I like him so much is that he can't. How many guys are gonna have 99 speed and diamond defense with 1 parallel and still be able to mash against the side of a plate? It's unheard of. It's just great. The thing that a lot of these other cards are like below is that they have too much clutch. This card doesn't have a lot of clutch, so now you can put it on the hitting. And generally speaking, I think that 90 and 86 is doable with these right-handed pitchers that came out. Like, I think that for most players, you can survive with those type of hitting stats for righties, but this is my opinion. I fucked that up so bad. Coming in at number 3, we got Sandy. This might surprise a lot of people. They may think that he's the best card in the program. I cannot look at that 74 Ks per 9 and be serious with it. Foul ball galore. We always like to make fun of that. It doesn't matter, but yeah, it fucking does. It matters. Everything else about this card is absolutely disgusting. Wish his slider was a little bit better, and that his sinker wasn't his second pitch, because I'm so used to cards with primary sinkers, even though it's not a massive deal, but that's just a nitpick for me. And last year, his 99 wasn't that good, so I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt this year to say he's the 3rd best player in this program. Coming in as the best starting pitcher in this program, Scoring Burns, sinker cutter, the meta pitches. He has a circle changeup too. Only thing that sucks about him is that his slider's the same speed and you wish he had a different pitch, but everything about him is just you want everything in this pitcher. The only thing that like a lot of people don't like about Corbin is that he throws everything so fast, but the majority of players are not hitting fast sinkers. Let's just face the reality. If you're playing good players, they're gonna crush anyone regardless of who they use. They crush Randy, and he's the best pitcher in the game. Not coming any surprising, I think that a lot of people can agree that Dansby Swanson is the best position player in this entire program. He has a great contact, he has a good enough power, he has 91 defense, so you parallel him up, he can have 90 defense in all secondaries, and he has over 85 speed. When you have a couple parallels, there's nothing wrong with this card. The only thing that sucks about him is that high clutch, but when you're playing like across all levels, you want contact. Like, I cannot stress enough how important contact is. When you're playing on like Hall of Fame, you're trying to make a legend push, whatever. You can play with Dansby on any level and you'll do just fine. And his swing's terrific. So yeah, y'all, that's about it for this ranking. I appreciate y'all watching. I need to get back to grinding this XP because I need more stubs. I only have 400k. I need more to get Jackie. Anyways, y'all, I will talk to y'all later.